Hello, Greg Herbert here. One of the most asked questions that I and our staff get here at CRAF is howcome anime and animation is so universal in Japan, but is relegated as just some cartoons in the States. And now I would like to make a brief comment to educate those who are quite ignorant on the difference between how anime is marketed in the United States compared to Japan. First of all, animation is still after his years considered to be all these years marginal in most countries outside of Japan, especially in the United States. Though nowhere near the segregatory conditions of the 1960s through the late 1980s, also called the so-called Hanna-Barbera era, when that studio had its greatest success. Animation is still nowhere near the forefront, though beginning with masters like Groening and Krisfaluci and Tartakovsky and others helped somewhat beginning in 1987. But even with the post-Simpsons era, and shows like Family Guy, The Critic King of the Hill, and even the repulsive South Park, animation is a third-tier supporting player in the bigger American entertainment scene. By comparison, animation plays a much bigger role in the Japanese media world. Always has, always will. In Japan, anime can be found anywhere on multiple major Japanese broadcast television networks, from the daytime to the nighttime to the late night. Not so much here. Sure, you can find animation on pay cable, and on Saturday mornings there still is a selection of animated product on some of the broadcast networks. On Fox Network, though it no longer has Saturday morning animation, you still can get your weekly animation fix with Simpsons and Family Guy, for example. But even at a time when broadcast networks in the United States are facing declining ratings, it's likely that pigs will fly before an animated program gets on, let alone gets an audience on ABC, CBS, or even last place NBCS. Not even last place once mighty NBC. The stigmata is that prime time is for sitcoms, dramas, and reality shows only, and that's just the way the world works. Secondly, you must understand that, while the animation audience is broad in Japan, it is much narrower in the States, where animation is still mainly a kids' industry. Save for the Groenings, McFarlanes, and Krisfalucis, to name a few. To make the most money, marketers of anime must market a mass-market animator kids, and in some cases, edit the shows, even some DVD releases. Why? Because anime marketing companies have to reach the widest possible audience to make a return on investment. Though some scenes in even mass-market appeal anime may be too violent, though I could personally call bullshit on that, as most of the so-called violence that many deem too violent is no worse than the stuff the majority of things the same intended audience see in major movies. Even Disney movies deal with death, baptism, anyone. Many of the things edited, such as gratuitous nudity, smoking, consumption of unhealthy substances, and suggestive words, are justifiable. Kids not need that. And for that reason I find the need to edit mass-market product intended for children to be edited as such. And don't give me that crap that just because kids in Japan get to see boobs and bums in kids anime, why can't we? The Japanese have different standards. If you don't like how America markets anime, go the fuck to Japan. And I must add to all the people that hate on Alcon for editing anime, here is some advice. Shut the fuck up. Just please shut up. He is keeping anime alive and sustaining the industry. And if you don't like his edits, then go buy the box sets that have unedited scenes. Just make sure they're legal. And if they aren't, don't buy it. And if a legal DVD or Blu-ray is unavailable, too bad, so sad. What the licensor says goes. Deal with it. And don't you dare illegal download it, or even stream it. Here that Viking bitch Quadraxis. So think of it as this. Anime is a privilege, not a right. Licensors are given the privilege by creator producers and agencies, and licensors are likewise giving us the privilege to enjoy this anime in cooperation with the national FCC standards. So let's enjoy anime responsibly.